Welcome to Ear Biscuits. I'm Link.
And I'm Rhett. This week at the round table of dim lighting, a discussion that will feature some special guests that we will tell you about very shortly. I will not be adopting this late night DJ jazz voice.
You should not
for
do
more
that.
than just a little bit, but it's just to ease you back in because this is only the second biscuit.
Well, we're kind of
season.
easing back into this, you know, getting my butt grooves back in my Ear Biscuit seat.
Can you just give me a little bit of jazz voice just for a little bit, just for my own sake?
Just a little bit of this?
Just a little bit of this.
I just don't have quite the tone for it.
Well, just drop it down a little bit.
Drop it down.
Lower the goozle a little bit.
Drop it down.
If you just lower the goozle a little bit, we've got some.
If you lower the goozle a little bit, I sound like an NBA telestrator operator.
Okay, that's a different thing for another time.
They're giving a full court press tonight. Bazinga. I think that's a sitcom phrase.
Yes, second biscuit.
Getting our groove
season
in.
3.
Getting our butt grooves in the seat, man. You can hear us. You can see us.
Well, some people can hear, some people can see, some people can do both. Some people are watching on mute. That's your thing. I don't care. Psh, do it.
I mean, sometimes I watch videos with my eyes closed just to see if it would have been better as a podcast. You know, it's like,
I know the feeling.
Would this ski fail video montage I'm watching be better if it was just the audio?
I can safely say not.
It's just like a lot of like soft snow moving and then like a painful.
Yeah, it could be anything. I would venture to say that if I played you a ski accident compilation, what'd you call it?
Montage.
Montage?
Ski mishap montage, I believe is what I was thinking.
And I didn't tell you what it was. There's 17 different things that you would guess that it was before you would get to skiing.
We just came up with an episode of GMM.
No, we did. We just came up with a new GMM episode. You're totally right.
What are we gonna thumbnail it though? Because is it gonna be like a black thumbnail?
I think it's guess that montage.
Guess
that montage.
Guess that video just by listening to the sounds.
What compilation am I watching now? The game.
Challenge.
Yeah, I would say the game.
Experiment.
Because maybe people will think that the rapper The Game it's a new video by him and we'll get more clicks.
He's not that hot right now.
Really?
The
Game's not hot anymore?
We could have The Game on the show.
You think The Game would come on this?
What's
this show or the other show?
The other show.
Okay. The Game, if you're watching, or if some of your people are watching,
you're invited on Good Mythical Morning
or this show
to listen to videos and guess what they are, along with us.
The Game with The Game.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna make it a requirement because if you got cold feet and you don't want to come on the show, we're gonna wait for a certain amount of time, but then we're just gonna do it.
The Game does have circulation issues.
He does? How do you know about him?
He raps about it.
No, he doesn't.
I can't feel my toes.
No, he doesn't.
I can't feel
That's not true.
My ring toe on my left foot. I can't feel it.
There's medication for that.
Got tattoos on my face.
You need to stand up more. Okay, we're gonna have an intimate conversation tonight, not just with the two of us, but we're bringing in some special guests. Now we told you that we're gonna do things a little bit different in season 3.
I'm excited about this one.
And we didn't do this kind of thing ever before on an Ear Biscuit. We're bringing in a couple of people who are Mythical crew members. They work here at Mythical Entertainment, and they're both single, and we have been told that they both use the dating apps.
Well, you know, at lunch, we hang out.
That's a family.
As a Mythical family, and you know, things pop up in conversation. Someone might be on their phone and you might see them swiping. But like, what you swiping? Oh, I'm just swiping somebody on a swipeable relationship dating application.
Right.
And I'm like, what is that? I don't understand. Can you tell me about it? Yeah. And then it just opens up a world of anecdotal evidence that I am a dinosaur.
Right, we're so out of touch with this. We thought it would be great to sit down and have a conversation, find out what it's like to date in Los Angeles in one of the largest cities in the world
Mm-hmm.
using modern dating apps.
So Lizzie and Saagar agreed to hang out with us and talk about it and learn us some things.
We had a great conversation. We think you'll enjoy it.
Here it is. Say a little something, make sure it feels good.
Check, check, 1, 2. Hello, hey there, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. That's real good.
and Lizzie?
Yes, I'm here as well.
Yes, we can see that.
Oh, wow. Now, did you just literally get a match on Tinder on your watch?
I did because it's the future and my watch is also my phone. I have an Apple Watch and I looked down and I had a Tinder match.
But what does it say? Like if I were to see it.
It's gone. I don't know where it went.
It's just like when you get a push notification on your phone, except it just pops up right there.
Yeah,
You
it just
both
says
have-
you have a match.
You both have Apple Watches.
Oh,
Yeah.
we planned this.
Yeah.
It was this was an
Wow.
expensive commitment, guys.
How many people here in the office have Apple Watches?
3. Casey has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think that's it.
What are the chances that we got? This shouldn't be about dating. This should be about the Apple Watch. Let's talk about that.
This shouldn't be about statistics, so I don't want to know what
Yeah.
the chances of anything are.
Right.
I'm excited to have this conversation because I feel like it's gonna be like two aliens who are visiting the planet of dating in the digital age in Los Angeles who've never done that and never will do that.
Well, I have a date night, man. Speak for yourself.
You have a date night that has nothing to do with this.
Well, I mean, but it's as close as I have gotten.
You simulate dating with your wife, which is a very healthy thing, and I do that too. I should do it more often. But it has nothing to do with what we as aliens visiting your world are gonna learn tonight.
But there are some times when I like, if we're at a restaurant and I come back from the bathroom and I come up to my wife, I treat her like I'm meeting her for the first time. And I'm like, excuse me, is anyone sitting here?
You guys role play? You
But
role
if
play
she's-
at restaurants?
Yeah, I only
pretty
role
cool.
play at restaurants,
Yeah,
Saagar.
Strictly.
It's just at restaurants.
I was curious about what you meant by simulate a date with my wife. Isn't it just a date?
No, it's
Does
not
it
a
become
date.
something different when you're married?
Yes, absolutely. It's because there's
Yeah.
because there are things at stake, but they're totally different things. That's the quality of your relationship.
Mhm.
That's the same.
Subject to a commitment that's been made
Oh.
almost 17 years earlier.
Yeah, I think because that's what we want to get to the bottom of is not the dates that are taking a relationship to the next level, so to speak. I mean, we might hear about some of those, but just the process because currently you're both single, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not currently in a relationship with anybody.
No.
And you're not dating each other, you're just co-workers.
Right.
That is accurate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we ask you both independently to be on here.
Separately.
Because by the end of this, people
'Cause
are
they
just gonna
both
be saying,
have
you
Apple
guys
Watches."
should date. And it's just, why do people, just because you're sitting next to each other and we're talking about dating, you don't have to date.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
get that out of the way.
you've already made it
We
awkwardly.
don't want to see any comments about that.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
No, that is how it works though. If you sit near someone and you're both wearing Apple Watches, you do have
Yeah.
to date them.
Well, it doesn't.
People automatically
is-
assume that,
Yeah.
you're together.
Yeah.
Well, and they start
take advantage
They
of
start
our
syncing
ignorance.
up, right? The watches start syncing up,
Yeah,
The
like
more time
cycles,
they spend
yeah.
together, yeah.
right?
It's
but-
a lady thing.
But when I got married, not started dating my wife or any other person that I dated before her, which is just a handful of people.
A handful.
Texting didn't exist, guys.
That's so
I mean,
crazy.
we're like aliens.
No, it did, but it was like government people did it. The military was texting.
Government dating
I
people.
think the military was texting like in the 70s. That's my theory. So I think that military dating has probably been like this for a long time, but we're not in the military. Never tried to be. I support the military. I think the veterans should be supported, but I'm not currently in the
we're big
military.
fans.
Link
Can we talk about the Apple Watch?
Link is currently wearing a military style jacket, but that's just coincidental. But no, yeah, I remember I bought a cell phone for my wife when she wasn't my wife yet. We just got engaged and it was our first cell phones. that was the first cell phone I ever had was when I was engaged to my wife, and I remember calling her on it, and it was like, it's so weird. I'm like talking on a phone in my car to you. Like that's how it was. So
yeah.
I think I was 13 when I got a cell phone.
But let's not.
Well, come on, you don't have to rub that in.
I was just trying to remember.
But now you're dating, and you're using technology that wasn't at our disposal. How do you do it? How are you dating people? Like
It's
step one.
terrible.
How do you do it?
So step one, most of these apps are linked to your Facebook, so you gotta have a Facebook account.
Okay.
They use the pictures from there. They use like the about me from there, interests.
Really?
Yeah.
You can change all that though. It's like that's the qualification to make
defaults,
sure you're
yeah.
not a robot or a serial killer. Although like you could be a serial
Yeah,
killer and
you
have
can.
a Facebook.
That's how like
but
Tinder works that way?
yeah.
Yeah.
It-
Most of these.
All of them
dating
are
apps
connected
do.
to
It hooks
Facebook.
into your Facebook.
Yes.
What-
Didn't
what's
know
the-
that.
What's the first dating app that you used to actually get a date?
Hinge, is that still around?
I don't know. I think so.
Hinge, it was, this is like probably 2 years ago. It matched you with mutual friends. So like you had to have a mutual friend for someone to pop up.
Through Facebook.
Yes, through Facebook.
Okay.
And so I did that one, and I ended up dating someone off of that for a couple of months.
But what were the
wow.
mechanics of Hinge?
Nightmare.
Like, I mean, was there swiping? Was there?
There was hinging.
think so. You know what? I can't remember. But since Tinder came out, I think they all kind of copied the like left is no, right is yes idea.
Yeah, they didn't patent that.
No, everybody did it.
Is the hinge the person that you each share? Is that what the hinge is?
Yeah, I think so.
That's how relationships got started in middle school. And
Yeah.
there was always a mutual friend. So that totally makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And how did that work out?
He was very nice.
But what was it? Was it like text conversation within the Hinge app?
Yes. So the way all of them work is that you match with someone, and then, with the exception of Bumble, generally either person can initiate the conversation. And then once you talk to them for a little bit. I mean, depends on the person, but I usually want to talk to them enough to make sure they're not a psycho. And then
All text though.
all text, and then you can exchange actual phone numbers and then move off the app from there. And like you can call them, you can text them, and then agree to meet up.
Do
in
you
person.
always, and this is a question for both of you, if there is a match, do you always have a vocal phone call before meeting them?
No.
Before no. I
Because
mean,
phone
I
calls
have
are weird,
before.
right?
Yeah.
I have before, but you know, like
What?
I find phone calls,
Surprising. I had a hunch though.
but phone calls are uncomfortable. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But you got to hear their voice. I feel like a voice is an important thing.
So what do you like?
So you
seek
do-
out recordings?
No. Like
do
I'll
have
talk
phone
to
calls.
like I'll have one phone call before meeting them, and
Oh,
that's
you
usually
do.
Yeah, that's usually like, and it won't be like a full conversation.
You'll just call and just not say anything and just listen for them
Yeah.
to say
Breathe
hello.
heavily.
Hello. I just wanted.
I'll start.
just wanted to
I'll
hear your
start
voice.
67. I'll start 67. Does that still exist?
I don't know.
Star 69, whatever.
Yes.
Where it's
Yeah.
like anonymous. And I'll just-
Yeah.
and they're like, hello.
Oh, there's the
I'm
voice.
just
I
breathing.
like that.
Oh.
Okay, now I just heard your voice. Meet me at the coffee shop.
I'll usually talk to them like I'll call them or they'll call me to make the plan. So what are you doing? You wanna go here or whatever?
Ugh.
Something like that.
But
you
it's
know?
not like,
don't
hey,
Lizzie,
hey,
Lizzie
let's,
no likey.
let's get to know each other better over the phone. It's all logistics. It's
Yeah.
just as quick as possible to make sure that you can understand them
Yeah.
audibly.
But have you ever gotten on the phone and it was like a weird voice and you're like, shut it down?
I didn't shut it down. I was nice about it, but I didn't talk to them.
And what was the voice like? Was it husky? It was like,
It was just like it didn't match their face. It was very
oh, you thought
like-
you were being catfished.
What?
no, it was
What
like
do
a
you
really
mean?
It was a man's
like a really
voice.
deep voice.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a man's
Ladies
voice.
can have deep voices.
I know, but it was like, comparable to mine.
There's got to be a
It didn't.
difference.
It just
could've
wasn't
been
what you
interesting.
wanted
It's
in
just
a
not-
voice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a criteria.
It's not what I want to like
It's a part of the person.
hear first thing in the morning. You know?
Oh.
Oh, you're thinking about long term.
Yeah. I mean, I do when I'm on these apps. I don't want to just go on dates. You know, I want to look for someone. I want to find someone that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so, you know, you got to factor in all these little details.
Because for us, it was, I mean, when online dating started happening, I mean, before phones, when it was over the internet.
That was for people who were scared of people.
It was something that if you did it, you wouldn't admit to it. Yeah. And then when it worked out and you know, you were dating, you were introducing them to other people, you would come up with another thing to say. This is based on like friends' experiences that, you know, they would come up with another thing to say. And then I would be like, but they met on the internet.
What was online dating before these apps? So when you guys
OkCupid, I think.
We never
did any of that either.
OkCupid still exists.
eHarmony.
Okay.
I used OkCupid for a little bit.
Actually, I did too.
I went on one date using OkCupid.
But it wasn't okay at first to go on the OkCupid. It was like if you're a recluse or you're weird or desperate or you're into Second Life already,
right.
You might as well just continue the Second Life with the Second Life of dating.
Yeah.
Or something. That was at least my perception, and I think the majority of people on Earth that I cared about.
Yeah, I feel like it used to be like embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right? When Tinder first came out, I didn't have a girlfriend at this time. Between now and then, I was in a relationship for 2.5 years. But I remember Tinder first came out and I was at this Thanksgiving party. It was when I first moved to LA, so I didn't know many people. And there was this couple there and they said that they met on Tinder. And Tinder was like maybe 6-7 months old by that time. And they had been together for 4 or 5 months. And when they said it in that tone that they're a little
apologetic.
Embarrassed. Yeah.
Isn't it weird? We met on Tinder.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so gamified that it kind of cheapened it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a stigma now. Some people, I think it does still bother, and they actually will still like try and make something up about meeting through mutual friends. But for the most part, I don't think people care. And I had a similar thing where I was also in a long-term relationship when Tinder came out, and then when I got out of that relationship, that's actually the first time that I started using all of these apps, and it was a totally different thing because I still had the idea of online dating in my head being something kind of weird. And then it does open a door, and it's almost, here's the bad thing about it. There's too many options. So at a certain point
of people,
it's not like you're just meeting mutual friends and, you know, there's hundreds of people, and it's weird because you feel like I could keep going. Like, you know, there isn't the same stakes about connecting with one person.
No, if you're in like a small town though, that's probably not the case.
No, probably
right? Because
set your radius to 100 miles.
Yeah,
LA,
so you can set the radius to a certain amount?
Yeah, anywhere from 1 to 100.
Mine is small because I will not date someone on the west side.
Right,
It's
and I
too
think
far.
that's something that I had absolutely no concept of before moving to LA, that the size of Los Angeles, not just the size, but it is large, but it's also very difficult to get around with all the traffic.
It determines what friends you make.
So when somebody lives on the west side, it's like dating somebody in South Carolina.
Yeah, it's a long distance relationship.
Yeah, not gonna do that.
So what do you set your radius at?
Oh, I think it's like less than, I think it's like 8 miles. I don't know.
That's
I'm
a
looking
long
at you.
ways
You
in
don't know.
LA.
Oh, I can go a lot. I can get out of
8
town in 8
miles.
miles.
Not really.
Yeah, get up to Santa Clarita. If you give me 8 miles, I can get up there to Santa Clarita.
From my house, 8 miles.
And you'll never make it back.
That's right. You don't want to meet one of those folks up there.
Tell me about the first person that you went out on a physical date with through an app.
I remember, and it was on a different app called Coffee Meets Bagel.
Are you the coffee or the bagel?
I think, I don't know. It might be up to your own interpretation of that.
Okay.
But
Is this like a racial thing?
what? No.
I don't know. What does it mean?
I don't know.
It's an interracial dating site.
I don't think so.
Obviously.
No, I think it's just like a meet cute thing. It's like, let's get coffee and a bagel. Meet coffee meet bagel.
But
I don't know. It seemed safe.
With coffee meets bagel, you only get like one swipe per day.
That's
or
what it
something?
is. They send you one person a day.
Oh.
I forgot.
So you
got to
really think
Wow.
about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this person is also a mutual. You guys have a mutual friend, and it doesn't tell you
I don't
who the
remember any of
mutual
this,
friend
yeah.
is unless you match. And
Yeah.
then like it, and then it,
You're
like,
right.
It's a silhouette at first, and then it shows.
So you're matching on this person without a picture, without knowing the mutual
No,
connection.
No,
There's
it's
a
a picture of
picture.
them.
Oh, the silhouette of the connecting person.
Yes. Correct.
So what did you, do you remember what you matched based off of? What was the conversation like? Let's use it as a quick case study.
I mean, always if the profile has less information, that's better. And if they're funny, I mean, that's the thing. It's just if I
But
can,
do you remember that this guy was funny?
yeah, I mean, he was sort of offbeat and funny.
In a bagel kind of way.
In a bagel kind of way, yeah. I went to a 90s themed Christmas party with him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That was your first date?
Yeah, actually, I think that was.
So he invited you to a party.
Yeah. It was, well, here's the first clue. It was something he was promoting. So he was actually working this thing, which I didn't realize. And
He got paid for you to come to something?
I think so, yeah. But I had a great
Ugh.
Christmas sweater, so.
But you didn't, so he was like, come to this party that I'm working at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little weird, right?
Yeah. No, he was weird for sure.
So you met him there? How did it happen?
I just met him. I like, because you know what they look like and it's awkward and you like walk into the bar and you pick the person. And you're
No,
just,
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll explain it to you. You walk in, you pick the person that looks closest to the pictures you've seen, and then you
Oh,
awkwardly
wow,
walk
yeah.
up to them, and because sometimes they don't look like the picture.
I would say most of the time, right?
No.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah. Sometimes they
people,
do.
but people give their best angle, the 30-degree angle and looking
For
up,
sure,
and
the
that kind of thing.
MySpace angle.
I think
Yeah.
I look like my pictures. I will say that. I made an effort to not put the best pictures of me on mine because I'd rather be a pleasant surprise when I walk in as opposed to a letdown.
That's a smart strategy.
And you know what? I want to hear more about how you optimize your profile, but we're gonna take a short break to let you know that we have grooming products. Speaking of dating, look at this.
Look at this, guys. You're gonna each have to eat one of these in its entirety.
We've got links. You can
Got a
pronounce-
lot of beard.
Link. You
know,
can pronounce
I
that.
didn't put any on today. I've actually, I haven't used this. I want to try it.
So
You were
Saagar.
about to give a ringing endorsement. I've actually used this and it's amazing.
Well,
No,
for
I
those of you who are just listening, what Saagar is holding in his hand is my beard oil, Rhett's beard oil. I'm holding
Smell
in
it.
my hand Rhett and Link's Mythical pomade. And Link, what are you holding in your hand?
My peculiarly perfect peanut butter peppermint lip balm, available only at our store.
Now, all these things started
And
as
Amazon, so not just us.
as jokes. We didn't ever think that we were actually going to make this stuff, but they're all realities now, and they're all available for purchase. And Saagar is finding out just how amazing it is, and he's got one heck of a beard. I gotta admit, I'm a little intimidated by it. I think I made that clear when he was on Good Mythical More. How is it holding up?
This is really good.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's
got a
the
good
highest
scent.
quality stuff, man. And this pomade, you got to work some of that in there. Not right now.
Well, you can smell it if you want to smell that.
Describe the scent while Lizzie listens.
I smelled the beard oil too. It smelled great.
It smells like a hair product, man.
Smells clean,
It does smell clean.
But
Fresh.
it smells like a high quality hair product.
brisk.
Oh, for sure.
That'll
This smells
change your
There's
like
life.
a
a-
subtle
It
briskness.
smells like a really good shampoo that
okay.
that stays in your hair.
That's good. I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's it. Rhett and Link's Mythical Pomade. Smells like a really good shampoo. All these products available at rhettandlink.com/store and also Amazon, not the river, the website. Okay. Optimizing the profile. So your pictures are, you think, authentic, real, true to life. Saagar, what's your thing? Cause you decorate your beard for the holidays and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, I always put like one or two of those photos just because like, hey, I'm fun. Look at me. And then
My beard is fun at least.
Yeah.
No, that's good though. That would that's a good sign. If somebody has a sense of humor and it puts things in their beards, that's good.
Yeah.
And then I'll put like just like one. I keep my photos at like three or four photos. So I'll put like two of those, and then one of them will be like
A miniature horse or something?
Yeah.
Can you put something that's not you?
You can. I don't. but you can. Then I like to have one photo where I might be like with a couple of friends or something, because it kind of shows like you're social. You know, you go out, you have fun.
This is my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Those aren't good. Though there are a lot of those.
Oh, really?
Like with another person?
Yeah.
There are a lot of like, you know,
clearly an ex.
a guy and a girl
Yeah.
together or whatever. And what's wrong with you, man?
What is that
Yeah.
about?
That's crazy.
Well, there's two different scenarios that could be
Okay,
about.
yeah, I
but
think I understand one.
Yeah.
I don't know the other.
Lack of judgment.
Yeah.
It sounds like either one.
Yeah, or
Yes.
or they, you know, they forgot to take that photo off their Facebook profile.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it's connected to
Ooh.
Facebook,
That's
so it
true.
brings it in. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can we keep going through this case study here? So you meet this guy. Mm-hmm. You had to walk up to him at the party he was throwing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think you're the guy from the photo.
Yes.
I'm gonna have an opening salvo, which cannot not be awkward in some way. I mean, it's,
No, it's definitely awkward.
especially if you'd never had a phone conversation with the guy. You just had
Yeah.
text.
Yeah. Also, I'm an incredibly awkward person, so like it's gonna be uncomfortable when I meet someone off of one of these apps.
And
For
how did it
everyone.
go? What do you remember about it?
I remember it being very fun, actually. That was a good experience. I haven't had particularly bad experiences, to be honest. I guess because I am particular about who I would like to actually meet. But it was fine.
So how are you evaluating the profile though?
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you make this decision? Because it's going to say, okay, he's cute, okay, check that box.
I actually I don't know. I don't trust particularly attractive people, so in general
Okay.
I think that's less important to me than if you have something.
But what is your standard?
What do you mean?
Well, not standard. What is your
What's your threshold?
what's your criteria? Oh, you want to know how ugly do they have to be?
Yeah, like when is somebody too attractive, and then when is somebody not attractive enough for you? What's your Goldilocks area?
If somebody's in better shape than I am, that's probably a no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, okay.
So like if there's like a abs photo or something?
Yeah,
You don't want to see visible abs on
I
a
don't
man.
like particularly like visible abs
anyway, okay.
so I'm a weird case. You probably shouldn't. I'm not gonna be most
I think
20
you're-
something.
You like a little
Anomaly.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
I do. I like a little bit of, I like some meat on the bones and so sort of a burly, like a nice average looking nice person. Look nice, Oh,
There's like a gif of him going like this on his profile, like.
you know what? If there were, that'd be
Pulling
great.
up his stomach and just let it shake just a little bit.
Just a little, not like a
Hold
lot.
on, is it just pictures or are there GIFs?
No,
Just
just pictures. Yeah.
but now I wish there were
I
GIFs.
think now you can, in like the messaging aspect of it, you can send GIFs.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
I remember you can.
You see
'cause
how
I
we
did-
got everybody to say GIFs there?
Yeah.
I could have just as easily gotten everybody to say GIFs.
I think I would have said GIFs.
You would have?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, wow, you're my people.
But I don't know. I don't know.
The man told me to say GIF, so I'm going to.
So you can't put videos on there. It isn't like, hi, I'm Lauren and I'm from
No.
Idaho.
No, but you know what? People do link to their Instagrams.
Yeah,
So-
that's
That's helpful
Yeah, actually.
for all types of
I
things,
should do
including
that,
hiring.
Yeah.
Okay, and Saagar, what about you? Like, are you looking for somebody who's not too attractive?
Because I do feel like
Come on.
I do feel like this is a lot like hiring. I mean, when you hire people, you look at all the same stuff. It's like, well, what type of pictures do they put on their stuff? And
I mean, there are moments
A lot
you're
of
like,
overlap.
you see somebody and they're like, that person's so attractive, they've got to be evil in some way.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
thank you.
Yeah.
I definitely see that.
that
Yeah.
hot crazy scale.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I feel like it is kind of like an interview, You can go through their Instagram, you see, first of all, you see how many followers they have.
Oh, really? You do
Yeah.
that? Lizzie, you do that?
No, I hadn't even thought about that.
I
Okay.
don't want to have too many.
And
Yeah, I don't want them to have like 100,000 because then that's like.
you don't want them to be a personality.
Right.
Okay.
Because usually if they are, they won't like me as much, They just don't like.
Why?
I mean, not just me, but like they're the kind of people. They're on Instagram. They would like to get matched, and they don't necessarily respond to your messages.
Okay.
You know
I
what
see.
I mean?
I see. Yeah.
But okay, so now that you said that threshold of 100,000 followers, isn't there an app that is like some elite?
Raya.
See, okay,
Yeah.
and you're not
What?
supposed to talk about this, right? Like this is I read an article about this. This is the dating app that you're not supposed to talk about. So let's talk about it. Raya,
Let's do it.
how do you spell that?
Raya.
And this is like, there's a threshold for social media following. Like you basically have to be like a semi-celebrity and up to be on this thing.
Yeah,
Really?
you have to apply for it, and then like it takes 4 weeks or something for them to go through it.
Have you heard back yet?
Yeah, I didn't get in. I didn't get in.
Did you apply?
I legit applied. I legit applied. I was like, I gotta check this out.
But then are you stuck with other sort of pseudo celebrities?
Yeah,
That's your
so
pool?
everybody
No.
on there is like has X amount of followers plus, or yeah, you don't even have to have like 10,000 followers. You could just be, some actor or someone that has an established career that just doesn't have a following.
It sounds like a guy at the door of a club who's like, you can't come in, and then somebody skipping the line just because of the shoes they have on.
Yeah.
I was once you were there, you may have already forgotten this, but we're not gonna mention any names, but we were
And by that, Rhett means don't mention any names.
we were with a fellow YouTuber who was a YouTuber with a very large following. And he or she, I won't even say he or she.
It's a dude, right?
Was on this app and had just gotten accepted and was like showing the people that they were being matched with. And the impression I got from this person was
I don't remember any of this, by the way.
that people could pay large amounts of money. So I don't know I think there's another one, if this is not Raya, these people could pay a large amount of money to just regular people could pay large amounts of money to get on there to then reach out to
You didn't put your
celebrities.
PayPal information in there.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
But maybe it works
too cheap for that.
differently.
Maybe, yeah.
But Lizzie, it's interesting because this is great. I'm glad we found this dichotomy here because Saagar, you're applying for this.
I did. I didn't get accepted.
Right, but
yeah.
no, but like you like the idea of meeting somebody like that. Lizzie, that's abhorrent to you.
I don't know
Oh,
if that was
yeah.
his idea. I don't know what his motivations were.
Well, no, I wanted to see what was out there. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see. I honestly just wanted to see the app. Like I wanted to be able to log
wanted to
into
get
it
into
and
it.
see.
And they could sense that about you.
probably
and
that's why they're
rejected
like, You're not real enough. Nah. I do have a friend that is on that app, and I'm not gonna say his or her name.
Oh, I like how you did that.
But she did.
Yeah, see, you got to think about this
Yeah.
the whole
It's
time.
fine.
Yeah, she matched with one of your friends, and they were talking for a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
One of our friends.
One of
What
your
do you mean, one of
friends.
our friends? The guy who's Rhett's talking about at the party?
It could be him.
Okay, so it
I
was
wouldn't have a
him.
clue. who it is.
Yeah.
Like public friends or private friends?
Pretty public, I guess.
Okay,
I mean,
so a YouTuber.
Oh, this is so tantalizing.
yeah.
And
I'm
what
gonna leave you
happened?
guys with that. They just became friends. Ultimately,
But not, it wasn't romantic.
I think that's. Yeah, she just didn't want to, continue having a romantic. I don't think they ever had a romantic relationship. I think they went on a couple of dates, but nothing happened from that. And so she was just like, let's just be friends. And
She's like, I don't want to be in your daily vlog, or I don't know what it would
Yeah.
be.
Well,
yeah, no.
here's my assessment. Again,
I have no clue who you're talking about, but
Again, I don't have to worry about this because I've been married for, is it gonna be 16 years?
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
you better get that right.
Yeah, and you're gonna be 17 years, I'm gonna be 16 years, right? That's how we remember it. 1 year apart.
don't correct me as if I was thinking the wrong thing.
You're right though, right? You're gonna be,
Yeah,
you're
17.
yeah, okay, so, but the idea of being romantically involved with someone else who is like trying to get internet followers, that
Doesn't sound like fun.
No, that like two people who want more Instagram followers, or internet followers, and that's a thing. Man,
it becomes pretty superficial.
Well,
yeah.
give me a. So if it wasn't that, but give me a case in point. Give me a case study from your experience, good or bad. You know,
With
anyone.
so let's see. I went on this one date. I used OkCupid, and this was like before I was in that relationship. And she seemed pretty cool. We were chatting for a little bit, and I went out with her. We went on a date, and one thing I should have done is, and like, it doesn't seem that important, but it kind of is. Height. Everybody posts their height on there, and this girl, she was like 4'9", I think, and that was like a really weird thing. But she was like so nice.
You're taller than that.
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot. How tall are you?
5'11".
5'11".
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't post my height. Do you
I
think
don't either.
There's people that are like mad that I'm tall when I show up? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Probably.
most people are pretty happy that you're tall. But I mean, if it's like a really short dude who's really self-conscious about that, he might be like, oh, why didn't she tell me that she was, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9". I've dated people shorter than I am, though.
Well, not every guy has a problem with it. I'm just saying there are some guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you felt like when that's a notable quality, it should have been part of your power of choice to say, okay, at least a heads up would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's not, she doesn't have to, like, not everybody posts their height on there, and you don't have to do that, obviously, but like, it's nice to know if you are, somewhere on like the extreme side of tall or short.
Yeah, that's extreme.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know.
Because if you're me, then you show up and it's like, okay, now I'm gonna say the stupid, inconsiderate thing about why you're short.
Well, that's a good point, because I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, and I don't know if I would want people to think that I'm tall.
You have to probably.
Really?
Yeah. You're so tall. I feel like it would be alarming if you didn't give a heads up.
That can't be him. No way. Yeah, I haven't thought about that. I don't have to think about these things, guys. I'm glad.
Lucky you.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
if you showed up with who Saagar showed up with, it would be like she was dating your crotch.
Well,
or like an NBA player.
Or like your
and
knee.
their wives.
Your knee,
that's an interesting way to put
Yeah.
it.
That's a
Maybe
knee.
don't.
Yeah.
Hip,
Imagine
better.
holding a hand that low. It's a hard hand to hold.
I mean, my wife is
that was a
short.
deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
She's not
I mean, like, it
5'3".
ultimately, it wasn't the deal breaker, but it was like, okay, I don't think this is gonna work. But like, I was nice to her. I continued the date. We were out for like an hour and a half, had dinner, and then that was it. But like, if she had like, if her personality was like up here, if her personality was taller than her, then
Okay.
I would have gone on another date. But it's just we just weren't meshing.
Did you have some bad ones? Awkward or fizzle out? I mean, just like, okay, we have one and that's it. I'm bailing.
Definitely there were ones that were like that. Oh, I went to a comedy show with a guy, and that was a first date, and that was weird. Because when he came to pick me up, and when I got in the car with him, which if my parents ever listen to this, they're gonna be so mad I got in the car with someone I don't know. But we had a mutual friend, and I'd like spoken with them about him and everything.
Just in case your parents are listening.
Just in case. Mom, she doesn't know what a podcast is. It's fine. But his friend was in the car with him, and I immediately struck up more of a conversation with the friend than I did with this guy. And
Were you both in the back seat or something?
No, I was in the back seat by myself, and like the friend was in the front, and it was weird. And this guy was super awkward, which is why he brought the friend, I think, because he was.
Will you come with me? I gotta meet a girl.
But I ended up like making friends with the friend, and I think it made this guy mad.
Oh.
And so it was really weird. That's the only one that was bad. He got like really quiet.
Yeah, don't bring a friend on a date.
Yeah, wouldn't talk to me. But I did break up. I dated I think 2 people relatively seriously off of the apps. Like 2 to 4 months. But one of them the breakup was like way easier than any breakup I've had that wasn't from online dating.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because like there's an expectation that it won't work.
Can you break up through the app? Is that a function?
No, I called him. I was like, I'm gonna do this in person.
Unmatch.
You can unmatch. But I mean, we'd been dating. We had each other's phone numbers and everything. And I met him at a bar, and I was so prepared. I was like, I have my speech, and I was just like, I'm so busy, and I just don't have time, and you're so nice and everything.
Well, what's the real reason? Like, well, I mean,
I
going
didn't
into
like
it.
him. What?
You didn't like him.
Yeah,
Of
no.
course.
But
He annoyed me a lot.
but he really liked you.
No, 'cause that's the funny part of this breakup is that when I said that, I thought he was going to be like bummed.
You gave your whole speech.
gave
What was
my
the
whole
speech
speech.
like?
I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I really like you. And it's just that I'm so busy. And
Hold on, but you do know that's never true, right?
Yes, 100%. Not true at all.
If that has ever been said to you, that has never been true.
No, because if you really
I'm
like
too
someone,
busy?
you don't break up with them.
Yeah, right.
That's a good point.
I was
I'm just
very
not.
busy.
I'm just not ready for this,
Yeah,
or
I did say
any
that.
any excuse that is about the person just means they just don't like you.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what that really.
But you
means.
said, I really like you, but.
Okay, so yes, I fibbed a little.
You're a great
but
person.
Yeah.
which
you're
may
a
have been true.
Great guy. I think he is a good guy. But I went through my whole speech and he was just like, okay. And I was like, oh. And then we ended up having a drink and like laughing about how easy it was. And then he was like, yeah, wow, we really had nothing in common, did we? And I was like, not at all. Like it was
What a pleasant
terrible.
breakup.
It was great.
You had a rebound relationship with the guy you had just broken up
yeah,
with?
I had
No,
a great
had a
date with
rebound,
the
like,
guy.
date.
Yeah.
A rebound dinner.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I remember why I met him in person now.
Remember
and
that
it
time we
was-
broke up a few seconds ago?
Yeah.
Boy, that was fun.
It was
a lot
fun.
easier than we thought. Remember that time when I said I liked you? I didn't.
I
By the
I-
end of it, were you like so comfortable that you were like, yeah,
Maybe
I was
we
full-
should be
That was
together.
full of it.
No, not at all. I remember now why I wanted to meet him in person, and it's that I wanted my water bottle back that had
Oh,
been in his
he
car.
had a nice water bottle of yours.
Yeah, it was one of those gold ones, like a swell.
Oh, those
Oh.
are pricey.
Solid gold.
No.
Swell. That's like $250.
That's why I was like, I got to do this not over the phone, but in person.
But
Um,
so you
got
were
that.
like, you texted him. You were
Mhm.
like, meet me for a date.
And also, can
And
you
bring
bring,
you-
my
Bring my
water
swell.
bottle?
I'm so thirsty.
Oh,
Make
no,
sure you bring
you
my.
asked him to bring the water bottle before you told him what it was about.
Yeah, I just said, hey, let's get a drink at. There's something I want to talk to you. Probably not. I probably just said, let's get a drink at this bar, and can you bring my water bottle?
Because this is the last time we will ever speak.
I think I made him go back to his car for the water bottle too after I'd broken up
Oh,
with him.
wow.
Oh, and about the water bottle.
You should have been like,
It was
you
fun,
start
though.
the. You're like, I got something I really want to tell you about it. But first, it's kind of like when Rhett like stopped for the ad break. He was like, but first I'd like for you to go get my water
Yeah, right. Hey,
bottle.
that's a good. That's good.
It was fine though.
That was
It was a
pretty
pleasant
slick.
breakup.
Wow.
You know, it's weird. I've been on these like Muslim dating apps lately, right?
Oh.
Because, I'm 30 years old. I'm starting to think, like I should start looking like serious.
Right.
And these apps are not local. So the girls that you meet on these apps, there's not enough like Muslims in a concentrated area for it to
Okay.
be like that. So they're all like national. They're all around the U.S. and in Canada.
Really?
So like some of the girls that I match with, a lot of them are New York, D.C.
Wow.
Yeah, just random places. So that's really hard because basically our relationship is through text, and every once in a while, we'll talk on the phone or something like that, or FaceTime or something. But it's so weird.
But you haven't matched with anybody in L.A.?
I have, but and I've met up with one of them, but also that kind of fizzled out.
And so you are maintaining multiple text relationships at this point
Yeah,
with people that you've met on the app.
yeah, like 3 or 4, and but I don't talk to them every day. It's like maybe I'll send 1 or 2 messages a week or something.
Okay. That's,
Yeah.
I thought you were like having actual textual relationships with people, and
No.
I was like, I feel really bad for these people.
No. I couldn't like separate all of them.
Okay.
I'd start having one conversation with all of them.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't do that.
It would be efficient if it was a group text.
It would, yeah. Everybody's getting to know
It's like
each
The
other.
Bachelor,
That's
but
like big love. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think you.
Well, no,
Well,
it's
no,
like
not
it's
if
like
it's just
it's like
text.
it's like The Bachelor,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's
then
the
you're like you
Bachelor
kick
text,
people
yeah.
out of the group chat.
yeah.
Every
Yes.
week you just kick somebody out.
That's so
You're
funny.
not really working out, and then you go and you have like one-on-one chats. And
Yeah,
you're
like,
like,
Can you steal you for a second, and then you just go off into your own channel?
and you use the rose emoji. Hold on,
that's
this
true.
I
should
think we
be
have
an app.
Yeah.
This is
This should be
this
an
is
app.
a cheap reality show.
have-
I'll tell you that. A lot of screenshots.
The whole show is just the screen. You
Yeah.
don't even see
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah, hey, this is
Hold
something.
on, this is a great idea. It's not even an app. All the infrastructure has been built for us on phones.
Yeah.
This is just texting, and we just put a camera. We don't even do a screen cap. We just put a camera onto a phone.
Chris
Yeah.
Harrison still narrates though.
Yeah.
Well,
he
he
has to.
he
Yeah,
he
he's the
texts.
one, yeah.
Is he Muslim?
Chris Harrison.
That's not a.
Go
It
with
doesn't.
no.
That's not a requirement.
Oh, okay.
It's not a requirement. But okay, so this is interesting. So what is the so you say that you're doing this ultimately you want to have a long-term relationship, right? That's you're thinking about settling down at some point, and you're assuming that this woman is going to be a Muslim as well.
Yeah.
Right. And so is this a thing where one of these occasional chat relationships will? How is this going to lead to something? Like what's the strategy? How is this bachelor game played?
Oh man, so I honestly don't know. I'm just kind of like,
Well, let's figure out the
living
strategy
in it.
right now.
Let's do this, yeah. So basically, it usually, I start talking to one of these girls. We just message back and forth a little bit.
But that's just small talk, right? There's
It
no
is.
way.
I mean, like the
Yeah.
conversations become longer, but then it gets like, oh man, I gotta respond to all 5 of these last messages. Like if you're having a like lengthy conversation.
Wait, one
Tell
person
me.
is sending you 5 messages at a time?
Yeah, like we start like a conversation, and then one of the texts might be really long, and then they're responding to each one of those parts of the conversation through different texts.
Ooh, I would not be able to do this.
You got a bulleted list in your texts?
No, like I'm a talky guy, like
Okay.
when it comes to text, I don't like to answer. I don't like to give short answers because there's personality in long
Yeah.
answers. I want you to know what I'm thinking, and I want to justify my thoughts, whatever. And so they respond to those, and I respond to those, and then they. If it's kind of not working out, if it's kind of fizzling, if we disagree on a lot of things, then you'll notice those texts will start to get shorter from both ends, and then it'll just kind of die out.
That's
true.
how it
That's
dies
true.
out. That's
Yeah.
the dwindle, they call that.
Yeah.
So you've got like a swollen text message,
Yeah.
and then
Your terminology is so questionable.
It works though.
Well,
but that doesn't trigger a phone call. I mean, it's like my
no phone
thumbs-
calls yet?
No, a lot of people really are uncomfortable talking on the phone.
But you've got so you have a picture or pictures of these ladies.
Their profile pictures. So like the 3 or 4 that they have.
And do you, if you're having a good textual relationship with someone, do you then stalk them a little bit online, find their Facebook?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. And they've done the same with you, we assume that.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so where's this going? Is there one lady that is sort of setting herself apart?
Not right now. I mean, there was one. We were talking for a little while, and then I legit got really busy.
see?
That's
It
Don't
can
blame
be
us.
true.
No.
Because you started working here?
no, that's
Don't throw us under the bus.
that's totally legitimate if you're not in a relationship yet.
Right.
But I think that once you're in a relationship and then you start using the busy excuse, that's when I say that it's not valid.
No, I get that, yeah.
I was busy.
We were,
Busy coming up with excuses.
You would have made time for him if you really liked him.
Yeah.
So this girl and I, we were texting for a while through the app, and then we exchanged phone numbers, and then we started texting like regular text messages. And then after about a week, I gave her a call, and we started talking on the phone. We talked on the phone for like an hour.
Did
and,
you
like,
tell her
who
I'm
does
about
that
to
now?
call you or set up an appointment like a phone date?
Heads up, it's coming.
No, I was just like, is it cool if I call? And she was like, sure.
And how calculated was that?
It wasn't very calculated.
You were just like, I'm a
Yeah.
caller.
Yeah,
I'm
it was-
feeling it.
Like with her, it just felt really casual. She seemed really like just friendly and easy to talk to. So I called, she answered, and we talked on the phone for like an hour. And then the next day, she FaceTimed me, and
now the face is in play.
I'm a FaceTimer. I would much rather FaceTime anybody
that
than
makes
talk
sense.
on the phone.
I mean, and especially in this situation where you like haven't really seen someone in motion yet,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great. I
Yeah,
mean,
because a face in motion is very different than a static face.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, we FaceTimed. We would talk.
Can't
on the
get
phone.
a lot of the up the nose. You got to really think about that.
You got to.
The shoulder's gonna get tired, but you got to really
For sure.
hold strong.
I realized through talking to her that I would much rather FaceTime on my MacBook than on my phone.
Yeah.
Those angles,
not good.
yeah. You're down here, even up here, even straight. It just looks, it's too close, too up close.
She think your whole face is a beard.
Yeah, but at least you have the beard. It's not like 8 chins that people can see.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But none of you guys
It's
know
like
what I
walking
look
up
like
a
under here.
staircase of flesh to get to see the mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's FaceTiming with me.
Yeah. And then
Okay, so you talked to her on the phone, and then how did that conversation go? Where did it go? And where's this person at? How far away?
she is in Phoenix.
Okay.
Well,
That's not bad.
It's really not. It's like a 5-hour drive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can hitchhike there, and
I think you could take a ultralight on like one tank of gas if
Yeah.
you had one.
Yeah,
like a gyrocopter even.
Yeah, you could take one of those bicycles that you pedal, and it has like a motor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like a It's like a
electric
scooter,
bikes.
but you have to like
yeah.
be on the side of the road. You could probably get there in a day with on one of those.
Right.
They top at what, 10 miles an hour?
Yeah,
No,
just
you can go like 25 on
20?
those.
Wow.
Yeah.
lots of options. I mean, yeah, you can make that work.
I could use one of these hoverboards.
No,
Stop every couple hours to charge it.
Okay, so
That's company
that's
property.
the next step. Then, so the first step was the text. Second step was the phone call, and now is there going to be another phone call?
Yeah, I mean, we talked for like a month. So it was, we became friends. We were like talking back and forth. We would ask each other for advice, tell each other how our day's going, talk about whatever I'm having this thing, this problem or whatever. And we were there, we were listening to each other. We would do it through FaceTime at this point. And then I started these classes, and then I started working this job. And, I didn't know I was going to have this job. I knew I was taking those classes, but this job kind of just like came to me. And
Well, it's probably a good time to tell you about our Phoenix office. We have the Phoenix,
the Phoenix branch.
Phoenix satellite office.
Mythical branch.
You should have asked earlier.
It's very dry there. It's good for the allergies.
Yeah.
You have allergies?
I don't.
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
wrong answer.
What happened?
With her, I
Yeah.
just.
What do you mean what happened? Is he talking about something?
Well, it's like making me a little sad because it
No.
seems like she was nice.
Yeah, what?
She was nice.
Seriously, what happened?
Yeah, there's absolutely like nothing that happened that was like that made us stop talking. I just got really busy, and then she got really busy. She's a traveling photographer.
Oh.
So
Dang, she sounds cool.
she's really cool. And then yeah, like now it's been like 3 weeks since we've even sent a text to each other. And I don't know how that happened. I'm sure
Well, Los Angeles is very photogenic. Traveling photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing that made me kind of mad was like we were talking about, we should like meet. One of us should, visit the other. And I had just started taking this class, right? And so my schedule got really crazy at night, and I couldn't miss like the class or the rehearsals. So I asked her if I can fly her out here.
Ooh, on
And-
your dime?
Yeah, I mean I would pay for it. That's
Wow. All right. That's
I'm a nice guy. And she said I would only visit if I had work in LA. And that kind of made me mad.
Oh.
She was like she
Yeah.
didn't want to come here if she didn't have a business reason to come here.
Well,
And that's revealing.
Is she going to have a business reason? Is it likely to have a business reason?
Yeah,
I think that's not the right question to ask.
Well, no, because I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to see her side in this. I kind of feel like it's like,
well, I just want to go record and say, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
but-
We expected her to
but I think
step up.
it is asking a lot to be like, the next step is you just come out and hang out with me on your dime, that's like, maybe she's not ready for that, because that would be kind of saying something, right?
Well, actually, that's true from her. Okay.
She doesn't have to like live with you. I mean,
yeah,
No,
give
but-
us the female perspective
I'm
on this.
Doubling back on my perspective that, because when you said that, I was like, oh, that's a bummer. I thought she was cool. But you know what? I agree with that, because if someone is paying for me to come out, then in my head, potentially there is some kind of expectation as to what, not that this is the case, but what is like, you know, owed to them, how much fun it has to be, how much of sort of like how entertaining you have to be.
I will say that there is like a cultural difference.
That's true.
Like with us, like she's also Pakistani Muslim, and so
you don't think that would be weird for her? That because I guess if she's thinking I would come out if I'm working there, then maybe in my head, if I were thinking that, it would be I'm coming out there because like it's my dime and my job. I don't know.
Well, you're on equal footing.
Yeah.
And then it's not as pressurized.
Yeah.
I guess is
think
what
it's
you're saying.
The pressure, but you're saying
the
that
pressure
would
of
be an
like
issue.
no, the pressure like was not there. You know, we
yeah, and I'm not
we
saying it
wouldn't-
was there. I'm saying it might be perceived in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in our culture, we don't really have, you know, we won't get physical. It's just, that's just how it is.
That's true, and that is what I would be worried about. So, I mean, if that's not on the table, then it's not as big a deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not,
Right.
you know, like I would be totally respectful. I would, you know, even if I had these classes or whatever, if I was busy, I would, you know, tell her, hey, you know, this is my brother's girlfriend, or, you know, here's some of my friends. You can hang out with them, you know, they can take you out, do whatever while I'm here. And then maybe we can get a coffee tomorrow morning or dinner at night, you know. I wouldn't want to spend too much time with someone.
And
like,
you're saying
up
that she
front.
probably understood that based on the conversation you had that you're not going to share with us, and you shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean,
it does make me think, I mean, even in a broader context, you know, you think about, okay, are these apps just designed for like a hookup culture type situation? But it does,
I don't think so.
I'm gaining an appreciation for the opposite end of the spectrum, which is it allows, it kind of allows you to gain clarity in terms of getting to know somebody. You know, I think you both talked about, you talk to people in what I feel is like at an arm's length way, which is through text, not even through a voice call, but it allows you to build more of a casual friendship, to get to know a person, even before you get like the moving face scenario. You've just got pictures, profiles, whatever else you can find that's not only being physically in the same place, but it's just talking.
It's almost like we've gone back in time in that way. It's like it's the Civil War, and I'm promised to someone far away, and we're writing letters or something. Like
Wow.
When
That's a good way
you
to
said
think about
that,
it.
I was like, this is actually worse. Maybe I'm sold on the voice call now, because I don't think the text is a good indicator of what someone's going to be like when
definitely,
you meet them.
you can't tell personality through reading text,
No.
you know?
Also, I'm a really horrible texter, so like I probably just shouldn't do that. I should just be like, look, I'm bad at this. Here's my phone number.
Well, is it, now that this is the norm, right? Is your expectation that the next serious relationship that you're going to be in is going to come from one of these
No.
apps? Or is it more likely that you're just going to meet somebody through a friend at a party?
Yeah, I mean, I've had 3 genuinely serious relationships that lasted, you know, more than a year, and none of them came from any of these apps. So in my experience, no, but I mean, it could, you know, it would certainly be nice. I've always met people through mutual friends.
But you're doing are you doing the app thing now? I think Tinder's on your phone, because you said you re-signed up for it to jog your memory about experiences you had.
Yeah, because
you
I
signed up
deleted
today for this conversation, but are you on any other app now?
Yeah, I'm on
And
Bumble.
what is your username for anyone listening who?
It doesn't work like that.
You can't search it.
You have to just come across them. You just stumble across them.
Bumble across. What's Bumble?
Bumble is the one that's like a Sadie Hawkins situation where you match with someone and then the woman has to be the one to speak first, which I thought was a great idea. And now that I'm deeper into it, I'm like, I'm so bad at this, and I think I should not do it because.
I completely understand the logic, right?
Yeah.
And the first time I heard about this, I was like, that is a great idea because it cuts out the
creepiness from the
creepy
guy,
dude
whatever,
thing,
yeah.
right? But
Only guys can be creepy?
guys are much more creepy than women.
Yeah,
that is a generalization that I'm willing to make and stand by as a man.
And proud of it.
But I think
Are you proud of it?
I think differently about this now because guys, again, a generalization, guys will take any attention from a woman as a signal that
she wants me.
She wants me.
Yeah.
She's totally into me. So when you reach out and you're doing it casually, a lot of guys are just like, that's it. She's into me because she reached out, she initiated with me.
Oh, so you're saying it's a bad thing, the
I'm
concept
saying
of the
that
app
the concept
backfires.
The concept might kind of fall back on itself. I don't know, but in your experience, you said that you were bad at kind of staying on top of the app or whatever, but have you initiated with a guy and what did you say and then what happened?
I started out trying to be like cute or funny or witty in some way.
Like
and
what?
I was
Do you have an
so-
example?
What's your opening?
Oh,
Can you
no,
pull up
I don't-
a history?
All right.
Let's read
Because
some
I was interested in that. Are you trying to be funny in your initial?
Well, I've
Let's-
stopped trying to be funny.
Let's hear
because
some
I'm-
Lizzie opening lines.
No, they're not good.
Actual opening lines from Lizzie.
Okay, they all relate to things in their profile. That's what I was trying to do is like pick something in their profile
Okay,
Nice.
like
and like
read
make a
them.
joke
That's good.
about it.
Oh, you like dogs, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you like dogs, huh?
What's this one? I've been talking to this
I don't know her
person.
voice.
All right, this is embarrassing.
Yep.
This is why I shouldn't be on
Perfect.
the. Okay, so
I'm really
this
excited.
gentleman in his info, he says, "I love comedy, good music, and stiff drinks. Michael Keaton is Batman." Now that sold me.
Ooh, this
was
is
good.
quality. This guy
I know.
is.
He's also Ray
promising.
Kroc.
What's his username?
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's spelled in a weird way, but I won't read it. And my opening line, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I should just say, how's it going? I said, Michael Keaton most definitely is Batman, but who's your Joker? Also, hi.
Oh, that's good though.
That's like my best one, guys.
because then if he says
But
Heath
who's
Ledger,
your
if he
Joker?
says Heath Ledger, which is obviously the right
he
answer,
did say Heath Ledger.
then you have 2 data points about this
I know.
guy, and that you know that much more.
Keep going. Then what?
Okay, well, more information was revealed, and he
Just read it all.
No,
I
there's a
read
lot.
every minute of
Link,
it.
I can't.
Come on.
Well, here's
Hold
the
on.
good part.
Why can't you?
Privacy, man.
It's
Whose
actually
privacy?
it's genuinely long. He works in
It's pretty long. I
Yeah.
can see it.
Read it. Read it over her shoulder.
Here, hold on. We talked about our worst first jobs or like our worst sort of bad day jobs, and I as you guys know, I worked on a chicken frying truck.
How do you get to that though? I mean, it's not that I want you to read
Wait,
everything.
you left that job for this?
No, I worked
Chicken fry.
but I was on a
How do
chicken
you start
fryer
talking
for a
about?
while.
I worked at it frying chicken. Like wait, I like Batman and
Oh,
Joker,
I
and
know.
I fried chicken.
Because
But
I asked him about a dog in a picture that he had, and I asked him if it was his dog. He said, no, it's our work's shop dog, and I'm an idiot. So I thought,
And
oh,
she
what
said,
kind of
"What's the
shop do
dog's
you
name?"
work in? And I was like, oh, no, you didn't mean actual shop, did you? And he's like, no, a prop house. And then we got talking about jobs. Oh, no, now I've opened Twitter somehow. I don't
really-
and now
understand
you've tweeted
both.
your conversation.
Can you read? Can you
I was
read
really
some of your
hoping that,
recent tweets?
I was really hoping that dog's name was Chicken Fried.
No, it's name
You're
was
like,
it.
hey, I worked at a chicken fried truck.
But he said that he...
That seems good, Lizzie.
He said, now, you know what, guys? I'd stopped talking to him, but now I think I need to talk to him again. He
Hold
said
on, this just
he's-
ended?
No, it didn't end. I haven't like responded. Oh,
Well,
that's
it
rude.
ended.
I should respond.
What was his last thing?
Hold on. I got to tell you this because it's good.
When was his last thing?
Hold on. He says he's a certified honey baked ham master glazer. Yeah, I know.
What?
Okay, all right,
How
all
many
right.
of those in the world are there?
Not
there can't be more than
many.
a dozen.
That is not appropriate.
What? I don't know when he
Yeah,
said
did
this.
you ask him if that was a euphemism for anything?
No. Because I don't want to lead on.
Yeah,
I've made
you
the
don't wanna do
mistake
that.
of.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the thing.
You
I'm
can't,
bad
you
at
can't.
recognizing.
Don't put the phone away.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want worse ones? What do you want?
I want. Yeah, I'd like another
This is
that one was
fascinating.
good. I got to respond to him maybe.
Golly, this is fascinating.
What's the last thing he said? And let's come up with a response.
He
Can
said,
he give a discount on a honey baked ham?
I don't think he works there anymore, but I can ask.
Okay, you might have
That's
a
why
code
she
or
stopped.
something.
That's why she didn't respond.
Where is it ended?
It ended,
Where is it
we
ended?
got talking about food, and I think I was sounding like kind of a jerk talking about Thai food, but whatever.
Wait, what was your line that made you sound like a jerk?
Thai
About
food.
Thai food.
I don't know.
But
We
you
got
can't
talking.
honey bake that.
We got talking about restaurants in my neighborhood, which I will not reveal. And
Smart.
and I
There are
mentioned
guys listening to this.
I know. And I mentioned a restaurant, the very good Thai restaurant, and I tried to sound like I knew what I was talking about, which is always a mistake. And I said some of the best Thai food ever. Legend has it the Thai ambassador goes there when he's in town, which I think I just sound like a jerk, but whatever. And then we talked about
voice.
That's how he reads my texts, I can tell. That's how they come across. So
At that point, you could have been like, you want to meet me there.
yeah, I didn't do that though, because I'm real bad at this. This is why I should talk on the phone. I said I'm in a Korean barbecue phase, and he said, nice. Yeah, I had a sushi phase for a bit. Then Thai started attempting meal prep meals this week.
This week,
And then I
he's
didn't
making his
say
own.
anything.
That's
no.
it? How many days ago was that?
I don't know. I can't tell the time. Let me see.
Okay, so I guess I just don't. What is the point?
Yesterday.
What is the point now, though?
That was
Yesterday?
yesterday.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, you still got
are
a
you
chance.
like
Yeah.
what is going to happen? What might this conversation need to get to in order for you to say, let's meet?
A natural flow. If it seems like we're able to, which we were doing for a little bit,
Oh,
like
really?
talk
but the
back
stuff
and
about
forth.
the honey baked ham and then the different
That's a
kinds
lot
of
to-
food and
That's
the
a lot
He's
to
doing a
ask of
good
a text
job.
conversation.
Thai ambassador.
He's doing a good job. I'm doing a bad job. If you guys can help me formulate a
I think
response, that would
people,
be helpful.
like-
Hold on, let's send something back right now. What was the
Yeah.
last thing you said?
Okay, he said, nice. Yeah, I had a sushi phase for a bit, then Thai. Started attempting meal prep meals this week.
I think you got to say you don't have to you don't have to
Not
be
flirty.
in one phase at a time. You can enjoy all foods together. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, let's not turn this into a lecture.
That's what I'm.
What's your is your objective?
How about a phase with me? How about a Lizzie phase? Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. You gotta
Yeah.
try. You gotta throw some things out there
I'm
before
gonna
you
let
get
you
to what
guys
you
do
need.
this so you can see how hard this
Yeah,
is.
I
'cause
think
now
you
you're
should
learning.
take your phone and respond.
Oh, and
Yeah,
you don't,
do whatever you
no,
want.
Gosh.
Yeah, let's see how easy
I think
this
you
is
guys
for you.
should go through profiles.
Hold on, this guy.
You can swipe if you
Swipe
want.
left, swipe right.
Okay,
He
do you,
spells his name weird.
that's what I said. Do you want to know how to see his profile?
Yeah.
Okay, so just tap
I don't
the-
want to be
tap the
swayed by
picture.
anything except the conversation you've had with Chicken
Well,
Fry.
Rhett wants to look at pictures.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, this guy's cool.
right? See, this is like, that's what I'm looking for.
Is it?
This is
Yeah.
the guy.
You're interested.
Look at the way.
Yeah.
Well, let's
look at the
not-
way he
I
looks
thought he
at
was
his dog.
attractive.
Let's
Look at
not.
the way he
That's
looks
not
at
his
his
dog.
dog.
That's
It's
just a
not
dog
his
at the
dog.
shop.
It's Dottie, the shop dog.
Okay. If this is the guy,
Hold on, he's married.
Well, I think he's in a wedding there. There's someone between him and the bride.
He's been to a wedding, Lizzie.
Oh, you're right. He's out.
Let him go.
Oh, he's a professional baseball player. No, I think he just sits in baseball
But
styles.
he looks like fun. Maybe
seats.
that's what I look for. I just want somebody that looks like fun.
He looks like a happy-go-lucky guy. He's
Yeah.
letting his hair down. He has just a mustache.
And I'm very stressed out all the time, so I need someone who is happy-go-lucky. Because I can't be with someone who's also as stressed out as I am.
that's good. Write that.
All right, how do you get back to the
Link,
thing?
what? I'm not going to write, I'm horribly stressed out. Are you happy-go-lucky?
I need more happy-go-lucky in my life.
All right.
We got to decide something, so let's do it.
Okay.
I think is the objective to move this off of text right now? We got to take it to the next
I
step.
think it's time. I think
Yeah,
it's
all
time
right,
to
all right,
go
let's
from
do it.
text to phone.
So what do I do?
Can I call you?
No, say
no.
say.
Yeah,
can't
you
do
know what?
that, man.
You tell me what
This
to
app
say.
is glitchy. Here's my number.
No, I think you got no. Hold on, guys. I think she's got to get back into a text flow conversation
See, yeah.
and then move into. You can't start. You can't go a day without saying anything and then say, "Hey, call me," because that's how he's gonna hear it. Hey, call me.
It's like
No, I think
Like an
I think-
emergency.
I think you can transition. You could say something like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I didn't get on this app today. But if you want,
How's your meal prep? How have you prepped that meal yet?
how's that meal prep coming?
Guys, I should just tell him I'm on a podcast right now and I'm talking about you. Can I call you?
Yo, you're so smart. Do that. Yes,
It's a terrible idea, but I'll
That's
do
it.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast right now. Can I call you? Yeah, that's a
do you
great
think he has
idea
his notifications on?
for us.
No.
Oh, you can't call him.
Let's do it. You know what? Let's not make him a pawn in our entertainment
No,
scheme.
because I actually kind of like him.
Let's say what Saagar said, which is
what you should
wasn't
say
on the app.
Yeah, say sorry, I didn't check.
Don't say sorry. Don't apologize for something you're not sorry for.
That's true.
But the rest is good.
Yeah, I didn't check the app all day, so I didn't get this notification. But if you want to keep talking, here's my number.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
I'm-
not what you said. What you said
I'm bad at checking
how's
this
the meal
app."
prep coming?
No, I didn't say that. You guys said that.
You don't want to ask about meal prep?
No,
'Cause I'm genuinely interested.
Okay. My boss is genuinely interested in your meal prep. Okay, so I'll just say, oh man.
Your thumb's getting sweaty.
Yeah, well, my hands are always sweaty, perpetually clammy. Everyone watching should know that.
Mine
You
still
sell
have-
yourself so short.
That's
if,
good if I
it says
undersell
that stuff
myself.
on your profile,
Sweaty hands.
you got to get over this. Liz.
Perpetually clammy.
My profile, I think, is a quote from 30 Rock that doesn't make any sense and has no explanation.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's heavy as the head that eats the crayons, and I don't explain that, and I don't intend to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your idea for us to keep eating crayons on our show? Is that what this?
I'm just gonna say sorry. I'm terrible about checking this app. How's the meal prep going?
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you just get back into that flow. And then later when you're sitting there with your first child, you could be like, remember that time we were on Ear Biscuits and we started that conversation and
Well, no. He
and
won't
Rhett
remember.
and Link
Be
made
like,
us
there's something I got to tell you. Just watch this podcast.
Okay, hold on. Can we
I
just
almost
can we
called
just
you
say
that.
something right now? I know this is probably not gonna happen, but if you end up marrying this guy, can me and Link perform the wedding?
Yeah, you're required to.
We'll do like a like a tag team wedding thing.
Yeah, it'll
Wait,
be like
what do you mean by perform the wedding? You mean
Like
like
an
officiate
We
it?
will officiate it.
Oh, all right.
Well, I was thinking more like interpretive dance.
That's fine.
No, I will get, if you end up marrying this guy,
You'll become a priest?
I will get ordained. You can get
Ordained.
ordained in that church. What is the one that you can get ordained, like you can just fill out a certificate?
Online somewhere.
Yeah.
Vegas.
I'll do that,
All right.
and I'll do the wedding. You gotta be there too though, tag team.
I'm going to be there.
All right. I did it. I sent that message. Now we'll see.
That's just so exciting.
How exciting would it be if he responded right now?
Guys, I'm never going to hear from him again. Like,
You don't think so?
no.
I think so.
I don't know.
No.
Let's just
Yeah,
wait.
I think
Put
you're
it
right.
out here.
He
Yeah.
looks like the kind of guy that would respond.
Okay.
Will it pop up if
Yeah,
he?
he looks nice.
Yeah, it'll have a notification.
Well, we'll have to check back in with you guys to see how this is going sometime in the future. To see if you've married Dogman. And
What
see
is
if Phoenix Lady
I'll
has
tell you
come
after.
and taken pictures of you posing in front of things in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Is she a portrait person?
Yeah, she does portraits and weddings. She kind of does it all, landscape too.
She does their wedding.
She's the
Hold
photographer.
on. If
There
you
it
get
is.
married,
Connections being made.
you have to bring her to the wedding. She takes all the pictures. We do the officiating.
Yeah.
That'll be like
We're all
the
in this
coolest thing
together.
ever.
Now my hands are the sweatiest they've ever been.
My hands still have Rhett's beard oil.
Yeah,
all over
they
'em.
smell great though, don't
They
they?
do, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
they
never
do.
gonna wash them.
I've learned so much. Thank you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It was
It's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, that's how your dad gets off the phone. Well, there it was. I think we started potentially at least one relationship. We promised to officiate a wedding, tag team officiate a wedding, and Saagar's future wife is going to take photographs of it. And this is not the kind of thing that just happens.
Well, it's unless it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
and then we may have ended something. We may
right.
have truncated something. We may have altered the future of a relationship that would have been amazing.
Well, no, we definitely did alter the future of a relationship. Here's the thing. This is how, no. I'm not saying we're like all powerful or anything.
Well,
I'm
if
just saying
they weren't going to talk and they're still not going to talk,
every
nothing
single
changed.
choice that you make in life it's called the butterfly effect. Ashton Kutcher knows all about it. And then you do one little thing and then it affects, so by bringing them onto the podcast and discussing relationships, even if we hadn't gotten to that last part, just by bringing two single people into an atmosphere and having them to discuss their relationships, which makes them just think about their relationships differently, we altered, intentionally or unintentionally, we altered the course of their lives, and they altered the course of our lives.
and that's wrong. And
But we
shouldn't have
altered
done
the course of their lives and more because we're already in relationships, and we were talking about relationships, and we were not talking about being married for a long time. We're talking about dating.
All they did for us is satisfy some weird curiosity we had.
I mean,
but we have altered their very lives.
There's a real moral question right there. Are we guilty of something now?
Yeah.
I mean, could we be in some future court of law in which they evaluate your intentions and the outcomes and the causes and effects, and they probably have the ability to reach back in time to this moment and evaluate this podcast? Are we gonna be watching this 50 years from now in some future court and they're like, you ruined their lives?
Well, I'm going on record.
You're going to jail now.
And I'm saying I said we shouldn't have done it. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't want to read any of the conversations on her private device.
Right.
I didn't want to have anything I didn't want her to read it.
Well, that's a good defense, but future judge and jury, if you're watching this in the year 2084 or whenever it is, sincerely, we had no intention of derailing Lizzie's life or Saagar's life. It wasn't about that. It was just about a little bit of something that we thought was entertaining and interesting, that we thought that the people who listen to this podcast in the year 2017 and beyond would enjoy. And I really think you got to take into account our intentions here and the fact that we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. So please have mercy, may the court have mercy on our souls.
And for you present day Ear Biscuiteers,
hope that works.
Leave a comment on this YouTube video or this SoundCloud stream or as an iTunes review. All of those things are valuable to us. And of course, we'll be back next Monday, first thing, with another Ear Biscuit.
Yes, and if you're enjoying this on the This Is Mythical YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed yet, do us a solid. Subscribe.